Good morning, Year 4, and welcome to your literacy lesson of the 20th of January 2021. So today you are going to start writing your newspaper report. As a starter, I would like you to look at this picture. It is a picture taken of a character from Lord of the Rings, and I want you to write 3 similes about this picture. So remember that a simile is when you use like or as to describe something. And an example, not for this picture, but in general, would be as soft as a blanket. So have a look at this picture. How could you describe this character using similes? Remember, you can pause the video at any point so that you can complete your learning at your own pace. So today you're going to write paragraphs 1 and 2 of your report. So this is how a newspaper is set out. If you want to draw a template like this or print one out at home, then you can. If not, just draw a line down the middle of your page so that you have 2 columns like we do in maths. So you can write down the left-hand column first and then the right-hand column so that it looks more like a newspaper report. So what I've done for you here is I've just cut and pasted some word maps to help you with your writing. So you might want to pause and write some down, or just go back in the video when you want to have a look at the word maps. You can also look at the internet to give you more ideas, or use a dictionary to find different words, and also a thesaurus to find some synonyms to improve your vocabulary. So here you've got lots of different verbs that you could use. You've got some adverbs, so describing the verbs and how people have done something. Time conjunctions. And so what I've done, I've just cut and pasted the Box It Up plan from yesterday, and these are the 2 paragraphs that we are writing today. We are then going to write the following parts of the report tomorrow and the next day, and then on Friday you will be editing, as well as finishing off your report. So here is my Box It Up plan that you saw yesterday, and then underneath what I've done, I've modelled a newspaper report using my plan. Obviously yours needs to look a lot different to mine. So I've written my headline, New School is Shining Light for Local Community, and I have then gone on to write my newspaper report. Now I've written a short sentence to introduce the report underneath. This is not the introductory paragraph. The introductory sentence just builds an overall context of what the newspaper report is going to be about. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to read my modelled newspaper report out to you. So, Old Oak Academy has reopened its doors after a catastrophic event left it in ruins. Last week, on the 4th of January 2021, Old Oak Academy in Surrey celebrated its reopening after a pupil destroyed its building late last year. Mr. Barnes, head teacher, and the building team celebrated the new addition to the community in high spirits. So that is just the introductory paragraph giving an introduction to the event. Then we're moving on to paragraph 2, so giving context for the report. So make sure you use your plan. So I've written, a year ago, a young boy shockingly used his supernatural powers to obliterate his school. Have a think about what the word obliterate might mean. Following a police investigation, the young boy is now monitored in his home in case his temper ignites again. Luckily, with the help of the community, funding made the rebuilding of the school possible. So as you can see, I've used my Box It Up plan. I've used lots of different vocabulary. I've up-leveled my vocabulary to make it more interesting to read. And this paragraph is all about the background story, why a new school needed to be reopened. So when you've written your first 2 paragraphs, I want you to take a little bit of checking time. Look for capital letters and full stops. Have you included time conjunctions and adverbials? Have you looked at who, what, where, when, why, and how? Remember, why and how is talked about more in the main body of the report. Have you got any verbs and adverbs? Check your spelling. Please use a dictionary or the internet. Is it written in past tense? And any other punctuation, for example, commas after fronted adverbials. And what I would then like you to do is read your newspaper out loud, either to someone else or yourself. Sometimes we call this reading to the wall in school, and just make sure it makes sense. Have you missed any words out? Have you added full stops in the correct place? And just edit your first 2 paragraphs ready to continue tomorrow with the rest of your report. We would love to see your writing. You need to make sure you're emailing us your work every single day. We are making a note of who is accessing and posting work to us via the email. Enjoy the rest of your learning today, and I cannot wait for you to finish your report and send them over at the end of the week.